It's Week 7 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the...
Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. Right. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And now the drive starts. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They go play action with Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
So if they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Mariota to throw it. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet back.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off on reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets it right back up to that level.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Here's Burrow completing this to Chase. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And goes for a gain of 31. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now come the Falcons. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. got to find a way to take care.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That was a really nice job of awareness there by the left defensive end because he stayed out wide. That tells me that he's watched a lot of tape and studied a little bit because he knows they like to move the pocket.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. They've won a few in the years following. Mariota's throw taken in by London. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing, Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your dead. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 25-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mariota. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Got his man. It's London. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow looking left side, and it's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Trenton Irwin, 85 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A first down throw for Mariota. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Zacchaeus here, hauling it in. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Williams. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to Mixon on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Mixing up the middle. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daxton Hill picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mariota. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them. They hint.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Again, it's Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And